I'm going to be spending my next couple of months doing everything that I can to extend help and offer support to the work of fantastic leaders that we just heard from, like Stacey Abrams, to make sure that we don't have a Republican Senate majority, that we win these races in Georgia, that we secure a Democratic Senate majority so that we don't have to negotiate.
Don't have to negotiate.
Don't have to negotiate. Wow.
I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
All right. Joining us now to discuss is former Democrat turned Republican Congressman from New Jersey, Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, welcome to the show.
It's great to be with both of you. How are you?
Fantastic.
Great to have you. Well, Congressman, you know, the interesting thing about what AOC says here, it's not about working together anymore. You know, it's just about gaining the majority so that we can rule the country. We want majority in the House and the Senate. We don't want to work with those people. You're a former Democrat. You know, this is an interesting point that we're at, that people don't want to work together anymore. They just want to rule.
Well, that's not good. It's not good for America. It's not good for any political party. And frankly, if they continue going down that path, and I believe they will, they're going to lose more in the next election 2 years from now. That kind of attitude resulted in the loss of House seats that they had now. It was something that I didn't like. It's one of the many reasons that I changed political parties. It is something that will hurt them. And, you know, she may think that she's really sharp as a tack, but actually she's going to hurt the Democratic Party and she's going to help the Republican Party if she continues that attitude. That's wrong. That's un-American.
You know, Congressman, it's interesting that you bring that up because, you know, when I got to spend a little time in Hollywood from being on Dancing with the Stars, you may have seen that.
I remember.
Thank you.
It was very interesting.
But the thing that was always fascinating to me is that no one on the right ever got mad at me for having a conversation with someone on the left. It was always the folks on the left that went nuts that anyone who was engaging in a conversation with me. I'm proud to be a conservative. I'm proud. I like talking to folks on the other side because I feel like sometimes maybe a bit of understanding conservatives bring them over. But it seems to me as though the left despises even having that conversation. I welcome it because I think the more we spread conservatism, the more we talk about policies, the more we win. And it just seems to me that the irony is that the party that talks about unity and inclusion is actually the party that doesn't believe in it.
Well, the more we speak together, work together, the more we can learn, and actually the better we can make the state of affairs that we have in this country. Because we're in deep, you know what, right now. We need a lot of help to keep this America as the great country we always knew it to be. And we've strayed a great deal. And your point is the reason that I left the Democratic Party, because I was told I had to do something. I had no choice. My life was going to be hell if I didn't do what I was told.
Right.
And you know, I guess they didn't know. You know, I'm a Jersey guy. I might be a South Jersey guy, but I'm a Jersey guy. And you don't tell me that I have. And literally, that's what they said. You have to obey. Well, you know, I quickly learned, and I knew I had a lot of Republican friends, and I've always been moderate to conservative. So I enjoy so much more now working with the Republicans. Sometimes my ideas are different. Sometimes their ideas.
I feel like we're a bit.
Yeah,
that's actually. I think the Republican Party actually is more accepting of that than the Democrats.
Yes.
I want to switch gears for a second, though. You know, New Jersey is known to being home to a big bunch of pharmaceutical companies, and the interesting thing about that is that there was this story that came out over the weekend about the Biden Cancer Initiative, and it showed that they spent zero money on research and all money on salaries. And interestingly, the guy who kind of runs it is a former Pfizer exec who made over $400,000. I don't mean to sound conspiratorial, but do you think that there's anything there with respect to now Pfizer suddenly kind of announcing after the election this vaccine?
Well, you know, you had to be disturbed by it. I really felt for the president on this. You know, he promised, he said, we're going to get this done in a year. Everybody said during the election, not everybody, but the Democrats, well, where's his plan? Where's his plan? He had his plan. He had his plan, and the left wouldn't accept it. Well, his plan was true, and it worked, and now we have a vaccine that's 90 to 95% effective, and we have 2 companies now that have come out with it. But somehow, miraculously, even though this was his plan and what he had worked on, nothing was said until after the election was over. He would have won the election with that.
I just feel like that to me, it's just he's getting robbed of this opportunity to get credit for slashing bureaucracy and doing all this stuff that brought a vaccine.
Yeah, and
it was amazing.
Yeah, and the interesting
it was amazing.
part about
I don't think it would have happened.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't think it would have happened without him, because
of course not.
That's the kind of thing he does. He's always willing to really move forward and do things that are different. That's what he did with government in general, and why our economy was better. It is why, we were able to come out with these vaccines. It is why that the potential for America is unlimited if we just really open the doors, cut out the excessive amount of bureaucracy.
Yeah, and it seems like people on the left don't want to give the praise to Operation Warp Speed. They want to praise Moderna or Pfizer, which were actually under this initiative in the first place, and they fail to praise the leadership that got it into place. And one of the quickest vaccines that we've ever seen come to light here, and they want to leave that part out. And it's sad to know that. I know, real quick, about 30 seconds, that Governor Murphy has put down some new restrictions in New Jersey just over the weekend. How are people feeling about that in your districts?
Oh, especially in my district. My district is a place of, just middle America. It's a little bit different than the northern part of the state. People are so disturbed. So, every day it seems like more rights are being taken away. I guess now we can't have Thanksgiving together anymore. We can't gather our children and our grandchildren.
By the way, Jake
and our
Tapper
families.
canceled Christmas.
It's unbelievable. Let's just cancel it all. I'm just tired of it. I could do one show with you just on Governor Murphy, and I would keep you busy the whole time.
Okay, we'll take it up. Maybe we can do a weekend edition. Congressman, glad to have you in the Republican Party. Thank you for sharing your time with us. And again, I think the bigger point here is that we can balance. We can be responsible and smart and do all the things that keep us safe. It doesn't need government solution every time. Like, we can be smart and respectful of each other and help each other without doing this in a way that mandates everything from the government. But anyway, thank you, sir, for joining us.
My pleasure. I look forward to it again.
All right. That's a deal.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.